Welcome back to the 2024 RideStats video series. In this video, we'll go through the third way of scheduling a ride, and that's by using a ride that you had previously led and rescheduling it. So to get there, we're going to go under Calendars and Rides and go to the Rides and Schedule page that you're used to seeing. But in this case, as opposed to creating a new template or scheduling from an existing template, we're actually going to look back at rides that were previously led. And we can do this by using the search criteria here. The default view on this screen is the rides that you have been listed as a leader on over the past 90 days. However, since we're in the off season, I just have a canceled ride that was used for training. We're actually going to go and look back at some old rides, and I've filled in the dates of last September. We'll click on search, and I'm going to focus on these Door County Century weekend rides because it does a really good job of showing what the caveats are when you're using this functionality. So we're going to focus on day one here, and I can click on the View Edit button, and this will bring up the ride from last year. Now, what we would typically do is go ahead and click on Schedule again. However, what I'd like you to do is remember that here is the template, Outreach Ride 2023 Door County Century, that this is based off of. Now, this is a fairly generic template that I used for the entire weekend's worth of rides. So the first and most important thing to remember is if I click on Schedule again, it is not going to pull everything from this ride. It's going to pull what is on this event template. So to make this easy, however, what I am going to do is go through and look at a few of the things such as the distance, and I'm going to go down and make note of the start location. I'm going to grab the ride with GPS URL, and I'm just going to go ahead and toss that into a new tab here real quick. Just confirm that that's exactly the route that I want to be using, which it is. And then finally, I'm actually going to come and grab all of this text. I'm going to copy that in to my clipboard. And now I'm going to head back up and say schedule again. When it brings up the scheduling window and I go ahead and I expand all the tabs, what you're going to see is you're going to see the distance and the name. All of this is brought over from the generic template. It was not brought over from the ride. So that may determine whether or not you want to actually use this as a means of scheduling your ride versus just going to the template itself and scheduling from there. It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. However, in this case, we're going to go ahead and finish this. So we're going to go ahead and say the 2024 Door County Century, and we're going to call it Day 1. I took note that the ride was 46 miles. We're going to schedule it for next year, which will be Friday the 6th, and we'll go at 2 p.m. I'll go ahead and push the registration end time out to the time of the ride itself, add myself as a ride leader. And now, as you remember, I took note of the start location, which was Tatch's Marketplace. And I'm now going to grab, well, actually first, I don't want to lose my description. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that in. And then I'm also going to come over here and I'm going to grab my ride with GPS URL. And I'm going to drop that in as well. So now, in this case, I can go ahead and edit this, and you would edit it to make sure that it looks correct for your updated ride. But in this case, I now have everything I need, and I can go ahead and submit it to the calendar, and it will now be posted as a new ride. So that is the third way to schedule a ride on the calendar. However, keep in mind, it is grabbing the information from the template, not directly from the ride itself.